right. Let's get 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 right. Let me see. Let's get right. Let me see. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Make sure we see what we're looking at. Let's get right. Let's get right. Hold on. Let's get order. And let's get right. Make sure we intact. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dealatofficial. And this is No Filters. Always appreciate you hitting that like button for me. Subscribing to the channel so you don't miss an episode. And sharing this with the world. And of course, family, when you come in, get comfortable. Get you something to eat. Get you something to drink. Get you something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, fam. Let's get into this here.
And it's also the last period for a little while that you can...
Oh my gosh. You are
Truly,
such a gift.
you brought such light into the room. Thank you very much.
We
for
appreciate
having me
you.
into this room. It's been a pleasure working with you. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, Lord, Jesus. We're not doing that.
And Cynthia, if you have been online recently, chances are you have seen the endless memes and viral videos of Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
Lori in the
Since
building,
these
Roof in the
people
building,
started
Chris in the
working
building,
together
Mama
on
K in the
social
building, my
media, they
family
have
in the
become quite close to
building.
each other. Too close, if you ask me. People have begun to
Get
notice
comfortable.
that
Hope you got something to eat, something to
the
drink.
relationship have become somewhat unusual. Moments like this one.
Let me say this right quick, because I ain't did this in a while. I hope everybody comfortable.
If you have been
Let's make sure we
online-
understand what we're doing. Make sure you got you something to eat. Make sure you got you something to drink. If you got to get you something to smoke, if that's what you do, let's get order. Let's make sure we got that, fam. Let's make sure we got it. It's been a minute. Let's meet your order. Yeah, I need to make sure we all in order. Because this right here, you about to see right here. Oh, this off the chain, fam. Chris, you better hear me, fam. This right here, crazy work. Mama K, I don't know where you been, but it's good to see you, mama. It's so good to see you. Truly a blessing to know you're still here with us, family. Truly always good to see you all go out and return back void. Ye not void. You understand what I'm saying? Truly appreciate you, Lori, as ready as we need to do. Are we ready, fam? I need to know we ready because, you know, I ain't did that in a minute to make sure we all ready. I want us all to get it from the beginning to the end. You get what I'm saying? Make sure you got your drink and your food. Make sure your feet comfortable. I don't know if you're sitting down, what you're doing. I got my drink. I got what I got to got. I got what I got to got. Ha ha! Hit that like button right now. You got a chance to hit that like button. Double tap that screen. You got a chance right now. Ain't nobody forcing. It's all free, family. Are we ready? I need to know we ready. It's always got just one. Hey, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. 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 I know y'all typing, but let me say this real quick. You hear me? I love y'all, fam. I need y'all to know that I love y'all. As you see my face, I don't play with that word. It's deep for me when I use that term. You understand you embedded for life with me. No matter where you are on this earth, you have a brother in need. No matter where I'm at on this earth, if you in trouble, you can call me. It don't matter if I got $1 million or I'm zero. You can hit my line. If you ever see me in lights, camera, action, if I ever become more or famous, as you see these people on this screen, know that you all can contact me, and I never turn my back, because I love you. I got you, Ruth. It's real. It's like that. So I just want to plant that seed so y'all know it's really real. Because I've never seen each one of you all's face, but you all have seen mine. But who you are is the character of who you are, not how you look. Let me say that again. Who you are is the character of who you are, and not how you look. And I've identified each and every one of you all's character, as I've had the blessing to be able to be in the presence of some real ones. So again, I love you. That's just what it is, fam. And that's how we come, and that's how we go, and that's how we live. And we hitting that like button, we subscribe, and we making sure that our love is deep, and we run that way. And it's like that. Let's go.
Chances are you have seen the endless memes and viral videos of Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Since these two first started working together on the set of the movie Wicked, they have become quite close to each other. Too close if you ask me. People have begun to notice that the relationship between these two had become somewhat unusual. Moments like this one have had people wondering if Ariana and Cynthia are co-stars or lovers. Because of their strange behavior, their interviews and red carpet appearances have gone viral, leading to the internet memeing them to death in swarms of posts like these. While most people can't stop laughing at Cynthia being overly protective of Ariana in the corniest ways, others have started wondering if there's something actually wrong with these two. Not only are Cynthia and Ariana acting strangely, but since they started working on Wicked, they seem to have gone through drastic transformations. Both of them appear to have lost an excessive amount of weight, while at the same time appearing pale and sickly. It's like while they're making Wicked, somehow their souls were sucked right out of their bodies. This has led many people to the impression that they're doing something nefarious to these women on the set of Wicked. But is there really more to this? Or have the movie studios found a clever way to get the internet talking? Well, after looking into this, what I found might suggest that maybe the internet speculations are right, and something is happening to Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. They seem to have become the latest victims of the curse of the Wizard of Oz. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, and the curse of Wicked. But before we begin, I just wanted to quickly let my Patreon members know I am finishing up a new Patreon exclusive that is dropping in the next few days. This video will be about spiritual leaders who are really monsters. So if you're interested in that video, you can expect it to drop early next week. I want to thank you all. Now, let's get right into it. There is clearly something happening to Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. The internet first noticed their strange behavior began in November 2024 during the press tour for the movie Wicked. Their emotional and overly exaggerated interactions and interviews led to viral memes and online speculation that something sinister had been taking place behind the scenes. People felt like they were clearly overselling their relationship to promote the movie. The two appeared unnaturally close for people who were supposed to be co-stars and not romantic partners. Around the same time, people also started noticing that both Ariana and Cynthia were going through drastic body transformations. Ariana lost a bunch of weight and began looking pale and sickly to the point of concern. Cynthia also became unnaturally skinny and bony, matching Grande's appearance. Like I said earlier, it was like their soul was sucked right out of their bodies. They went from looking like this before the movie to this after they were done filming, which only got worse when they reappeared to do press for the new Wicked movie that released just a few days back. While the first time around, Ariana and Cynthia looked strange enough, during these recent appearances, things have gone to new extremes, as they both look like they were being starved the whole movie. In recent interviews, Cynthia has started to act like Ariana's boyfriend, playing the role of her protector. This has led to many hilarious viral moments, but this interview had to be the most hilarious of them all, when the interviewer grabs Ariana's arm while talking, and Cynthia removes his hand and proceeds to comfort Ariana, who's acting like this man genuinely broke her wrist when he barely touched her. I couldn't stop laughing at this interview. This was either really bad acting, or this man genuinely broke her wrist, which, considering how fragile she looks after losing half her body weight, it can go either way. Just look at Cynthia's face when she saw this man touch Ariana. It's like when a man sees their girlfriend dancing with another man at the club. Cynthia was even acting this way with their own fans who approached Ariana during events, shoving one of their fans who got a bit too close to Ariana for Cynthia's liking. This behavior continued everywhere they went. Cynthia kept on making her mean mug more and more vicious with each appearance. Rightfully so, this led many people to wonder if there was something else taking place behind the scenes of the Wicked movie. Obviously, this all clearly ties back to their time on the set of the movie Wicked.
Get my name tag.
Ariana and Cynthia looked and acted completely different before this movie. That must mean this movie is behind whatever's going on with them. Now, there could be a rational explanation for all of this. Like, this all could just be the movie studio's marketing strategy for the film. They could have decided to starve Ariana and Cynthia and then send them to do press acting like they're in some strange relationship, which would make them go super viral and generate more hype for the movie. Honestly, knowing Hollywood, I wouldn't be surprised if they starved these girls to do this. But then again, knowing Hollywood, I know there's likely something way more wicked going on than just marketing. Believe it or not, this isn't the first Wicked movie where the stars of the movie went through drastic challenges during production. This all started with the classic movie, The Wizard of Oz. For those who don't know, Wicked is actually a prequel to The Wizard of Oz. While The Wizard of Oz became one of the most popular movies of all time, it was eventually revealed that the stars of the movie were put through hell during the production, especially with the lead actress Judy Garland, who experienced the worst of the abuse. At the end of the movie, Judy barely survived her experience on set, while others suffered all types of serious injuries. Judy Garland was only 16 when she landed the leading role of Dorothy. Just like Ariana and Cynthia, she was made to lose tons of weight for her role. Before they started to film the movie, they made Garland go on a strict, dangerous diet, as the studio and director believed she was too fat for the role, something they made known to Judy repeatedly, even nicknaming her the Ugly Duckling. Because of this, according to Judy, she was being force-fed substances like Skittles, being made to take these substances to control her appetite and to provide her with enough energy to work all day long as a child. She was also only being fed soup, cottage cheese, black coffee, and given up to 80 cigarettes a day. All of this was to help her lose weight and keep her figure. When they actually started filming, even though Judy was already as slender as can be, they still made her wear a corset to make her appear skinnier. They wanted her to look dangerously skinny, just like they got Ariana and Cynthia looking in the Wicked movie. Judy didn't only deal with starvation and substances. According to her and many others who worked on the movie, she was not only physically assaulted, but also allegedly SA'd by members of the cast and even the head of MGM Studios, Louis B. Mayer. There is one infamous instance where the director took things way too far. This happened while filming the introduction scene for The Cowardly Lion. During the filming of this scene, Judy was finding it hard to stay focused. She was all doped up on substances and kept bursting into fits of uncontrollable laughter, being unable to perform the scene correctly. After Judy messed up the scene 10 times in a row, Victor Fleming, who was known as a no-nonsense director, became irritated with Judy. Fleming took things too far when, in a fit of rage, he grabbed Judy and smacked the laughter right out of her. She was then forced to reshoot the scene after getting smacked across the face in front of everyone. Whether it was the shame and embarrassment or the literal pain she was in, this time the laughter was gone, and she was able to film the scene correctly with no issues. That still wouldn't be the worst she was put through while on the set. Judy claims that just about daily she was consistently harassed and even SA'd by fellow castmates. These assaults allegedly came at the hands of the men who played the Munchkins in the movie. According to Judy, they would routinely take advantage of her, allegedly touching her inappropriately and even sometimes putting substances in her drink without her knowledge. Judy also told everyone about how she was consistently harassed by none other than the famous producer and co-founder of MGM Studios, Louis B. Mayer. Mayer at one point was the most powerful man in Hollywood, seen by many as the father of Hollywood. Judy wasn't the only young actress who exposed Mayer, as Shirley Temple exposed him as well for similar behavior. I think I should make a full video exposing Louis B. Mayer. If that's something you would like to see, let me know in the comments. Judy Garland wasn't the only actor who had to deal with horrible situations. Another actor who experienced issues during the filming was the man who played the Tin Man. Originally, a man named Buddy Ebsen would be cast to play the Tin Man, but he was quickly replaced with Jack Haley due to serious health complications, and it was all because of the costume. In order to get the Tin Man costume to look like it did, the actor had to wear a metal suit that was painted in shiny silver paint. Those behind the movie tried several techniques to achieve the look of the iconic Tin Man character. They tried everything from a cardboard covered in shiny material to tin and silver with colored paper. None of this seemed to work, so they finally decided to use a combination of white body paint that they covered in aluminum dust. This decision nearly killed the actor. While minor exposure to aluminum dust is relatively harmless, Epson was covered in it. Not only was he covered in it, but he was also constantly inhaling it. Eventually, this would cause trouble for Epson, and he would be hospitalized just 9 days into filming The Wizard of Oz. He would be admitted to the emergency room for cramping and shortness of breath, with his lungs failing him.
Oh no, my bad, C-Pool. You know we gonna let fam know. Yeah, Chris, hold up, C-Pool. My fault, fam. C-Pool in the building. That make noise, act like we know what's going on here. Eugene in the building. Shout out to fam too. Ariana Grande and old girl Cynthia. Matter of fact, hold on, let's get right. You need to know who you in here with. If you don't know by now, somebody gonna tell you, fam. You with your boy, Dilla T, and my fam. You know what this is, right? No filters. You better hit that like button, double tap that screen, become a member right now, subscribe for free. It's a reason why you can subscribe for free. You need to take advantage of that. Some people don't have no direction. It matters. Yeah, you hear me say it every time. I say you in here with your boy, Dilla T, and my fam. And this is No Filters. See, I say that so you can understand who you really in here with. It ain't just me, because my family deal with you too. Fam, you need to know that it's a blessing that you have a family to support you and a family that give you direction. You understand? This was going on, C-Pool. My bad, fam, because you see how my fam pulled up? And I acknowledge C-Pool. And I say, okay, hold on, let's get it right. Let's get right for fam. See what I'm saying? That's fam. So I say, let's get right for fam. When I see fam, I'm acknowledge that. Real recognize real. Okay, so this was going on, fam. C-Pool. Woo! Ariana and Cynthia getting real close. And we have further learned that yet 2 days ago, they wanted to come out with something as if they involved. But then I figured in my right mind that I found out something even deeper. And you will be moved by understanding that this duck activity is beyond. We talking about clones. We talking about people in relationships. Same sex with no problem, but yet you're talking about people that are in group relationships. You understand? I said a group relationship. We're talking about clones and we're talking about a group relationship. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, subscribe right now. Let's go.
During filming, this landed Epson in the hospital for weeks, which led to MGM replacing him with the actor Jack Haley. After this mishap with Epson, they figured they'd mix the paint and aluminum dust into a paste and painted it on. The paste still caused issues as it led to Jake developing an eye infection. Another actor that almost didn't survive production was the actress Margaret Hamilton, who portrayed the Wicked Witch of the West. She suffered second and third degree burns during a stunt that went dangerously wrong. In the scene where the Wicked Witch vanishes into a puff of smoke, Hamilton was supposed to be lowered through a trapdoor before flames erupted.
This that AU-79.
The fire was ignited before she was safely below the trapdoor. For some strange reason, the trapdoor did not descend fast enough, and her costume caught fire from a premature blast of flame. The incident resulted in second-degree burns on her face and third-degree burns on her hands. She recuperated for 6 weeks from the severe burns on her face and hands, but later returned to finish filming the movie. These issues, plus many other issues on set, led people to believe the movie had some sort of curse attached to it, blaming it all for the strange issues the movie faced. A curse that now seems to have transferred over to the Wicked movies. Just like we see with the filming of The Wizard of Oz, it now seems that Ariana and Cynthia have gone through a similar situation. Both Cynthia and Ariana were forced to lose dangerous amounts of weight, which I could only assume was for the movie. If it were just one of them, I would say maybe it was a personal choice or something like that. But the fact that it's both of them with the same drastic change makes it clear it's connected to this film. They were likely required to lose all that weight for the movie, just like they did with Judy Garland. I also wouldn't be surprised if these two actors were encouraged to take substances like they did to Judy, showing us a glimpse of the price of fame. These actors had to allow themselves to be severely mistreated and even potentially killed to produce these movies. Yet, these actors rushed to sign up for the opportunity. Now, the possible reason for the so-called Wicked curse that reportedly caused all these unfortunate events surrounding this movie could tie back to the story of the Wizard of Oz itself. While the story was meant to be consumed as fantasy, most people don't know the author of the story was a real-life occultist and incorporated real occult themes into the story. The original story of the Wizard of Oz was created by the author L. Frank Baum, who wrote the children's novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, first published in 1900. His story painted a vivid world full of magic populated by witches and wizards. Everything that to most people is simply considered fantasy. But what most people don't know is that to L. Frank, magic was all too real. L. Frank was an active and dedicated theosophist, which is an esoteric or occult movement. He and his wife officially became members of the Theosophical Society in 1892. In this organization, magic, witches, and wizards are all considered real. The organization was founded by a woman named Helena Blavatsky. Helena was an infamous occultist and actually is credited with inspiring the fellow occultist Aleister Crowley. Now, after L. Frank joined the organization, he was inspired to make The Wonderful Wizard of Oz because of what he was studying. His book is directly influenced by the Theosophical Society's teachings. While on the surface level, named Helena Blavatsky. Now, after L. Frank joined the organization, he was inspired to make The Wonderful Wizard of Oz because of what he was studying. His book is directly
Do you see this book? Look at this book. Don't look at me. Look at the book. Don't even look at me. Look at the book. No, don't do that. Look at the book. Look at the book. Fam said while we watching The Wizard of Oz. You need history on understanding where The Wizard of Oz come from, fam. We need history on understanding why The Wizard of Oz was even made. See, we came in all just Channel 9 PBS kids. Came in as some PBS. How many of y'all was PBS kids? All y'all was PBS kids. Stop playing with me. You can't tell me you wasn't no PBS kid. Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow. What? Lamb chop. Play along where the kids come to play along. And Barney, I love you. You love me. What? And you know my favorite partner, OG with the smooth talk with the paintbrush. You know fam that got the paintbrush with the fro, all quiet and just let you know how to paint. Ooh, you know who he is, don't you? Don't act like you don't know him, fam. You know the painter, quiet painter. Don't play with him. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Chris. You fit. Barbara, okay. And what about my dog? Would you be my neighbor? Who is that? Would you be my neighbor? Mr. Rock! Don't play up in here like you wasn't no PBS kid. Okay, now. So, this is my point in saying, y'all don't know where none of that came from. While Arthur, you know Arthur, hold on, we can go down the street. We can keep going if we need to. Okay, don't do that. I know what I'm talking about. But the point I'm trying to make it, I'm not yelling at you, Ruth. I'm yelling at people think that they asking me why we watching this, but none of us knew where PBS Kids came from, and none of us even knew where The Wizard of Oz came from. We just looked on the screen, it was like, oh wow, that's a 10-man, a lion, and a girl. And she got on slippers. I was like, oh my God. I'm rich, you. You understand what I'm saying, mommy? We ain't know nothing. But now thank God be to Jesus that we sitting here steady been exposing all of this, that folk getting they card pulled. You understand? So now we know where the Oz came from. The man that made the Oz was demonic. The man that made the Oz was that man. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. I'm finna rewind this again so you can know what man made this and what he was a part of. So you can understand. And everything that been going on in the world has been what? Deception. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. You about to tap into somebody IQ today, tonight. Somebody about to wake up tonight. You hear me? We bringing light to darkness. Somebody about to wake up tonight. Let's go.
Influenced by the Theosophical Society's teachings. Well,
that man said he was influenced by the Theosophical. Tell me what Theosophical mean right now, family. Tell me what Theosophical mean right now, in here, right now. Ambassador says Theosophy is not satanic. You have clearly not read anything about them. That's cool, Ambassador. Just let me know what it's about. Because we talking about the Wicked Witch of the West. I ain't coming at you wrong. I just said, tell me what Theosophical mean now. Theo being God. Okay, Chris. I need to know. I just was asking fam, like, what it mean? Okay, Ambassador said it means the study of God. Thank you so much, Ambassador of the world. Or to the world. I appreciate it, fam. I got no smoke for you. We heard with fam. Fam let me know what's up just like I let y'all know what's up. It's all good. But I said what I said because of one reason more. You really don't know how deep of the teachings he really was in it. Let's go.
after L. Frank joined the organization, he was inspired to make the wonderful.
You better listen about the organization he joined.
Magic was all too real. L. Frank was an active and dedicated theosophist, which is an esoteric or occult movement. He and his wife are 52. In this organization, magic all considered real. The organization was founded by a woman named Helena Blavatsky.
Magic, wizards, and witches are all real in the study of the theosophical method of what they were studying. Now, don't sit up in here and tell me what ain't demonic. See, I did that for a reason. Why I told you I ain't have no smoke and I wanted you to tell me what theosophical mean. That was a reason why. Because at the end of the day, they still studying witches and warlords. What are you telling me right now? Don't sit up in here and be talking about the study of religion. That's fine. But where you going? You gonna rock with the witches, the wizards, the warlocks, the warlords? Yeah, this man do. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, family, because at certain times I gotta get voices on people that be so grown but so dumb when you don't even understand the route or the rabbit hole that it goes down. See, you just getting the top layer. I'm here to give you every layer up under that. Shout out to Blackberry in the building. Hit that like button right now, double tap that screen. Let's go.
Helena was an infamous occultist and actually is credited with inspiring the fellow occultist Aleister Crowley. Now, after L. Frank, he was inspired to make the wonderful Wizard of Oz because of what he was studying. His book is directly influenced by the Theosophical Society's teachings. While on the surface level, the story is about Dorothy defeating the evil witch and finding her way home. Underneath that layer lies the esoteric interpretation. The story is actually a spiritual allegory for the soul's journey towards enlightenment taught in the Theosophical Society. Dorothy's entire journey along the Yellow Brick Road is seen as an allegory for the spiritual path or golden path in Buddhism, a concept important in theosophy. Kansas in this story represents the material world from which the spiritual journey begins. A central theosophical teaching is that all individuals possess a divine spark, the power to achieve spiritual illumination through self-reliance. The Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion all discover they already possess the brain, heart, and courage they seek. An idea mirroring the theosophical belief that one must rely on oneself to achieve salvation, not God. There are a lot of references in The Wizard of Oz that connects directly to the Theosophical Society. The Emerald City is a reference to the Emerald Tablets of Hermes, a foundational text in Western occult tradition studied by theosophists. Dorothy's magical silver shoes, which were made ruby in the film, represents the silver cord of astral travel, the link between the physical and the spiritual self described in the occult teachings of theosophy. In the world of the occult, Dorothy's journey is connected to spiritual alchemy, mirroring the 7 stages of alchemy, from calcification to coagulation, signifying her psychological and spiritual growth. While the movie was fantasy, the ideas were real occult themes. The entire story was about the main occult teachings studied by many secret groups. The fact that Louis B. Mayer acquired the film and produced it is also important, as Louis B. Mayer himself was a prominent 33rd degree Freemason deep into the studies of the occult. Now, the curse this movie has might be real after all, as this movie is completely rooted in real witchcraft and occult concepts. These ideas seem to be engraved in the leading characters of Wicked, with both Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo going through spiritual transformations, which manifested in their strange behavior. I am almost positive what's happening to these two is connected to what they involved themselves in with this movie. While both Ariana and Cynthia play witches in this movie, in real life, they both have come out and admitted they are real witches. Ariana said this in this interview, admitting she was a real witch.
Hit that like button, subscribe right now. We cooking.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm somewhere in between. I've learned. I don't know. I said somewhere between being a literal witch.
You're a literal witch. Literal witch.
I'm not kidding. And being like the most realistic, cut, dry, like.
And her and Cynthia both again admitted to this during press releases for the movie.
I remember being so swept off my feet by just the story, and the comedy really stayed with me when I was little. I don't think at that point I had seen anything. I mean, I was 10, but I don't think I had seen anything that moved me that way.
Did you meet Kristen that day?
I did. She gave me body gel. She says it's bath salts, but it was body gel.
It
had glitter, and I think it had actual witchcraft magic in it. I really do.
There's no way you get to this without that witchcraft.
I think there's a combination of real magic, manifestation, and hard work that needs to happen for things like this to happen, don't you think?
I think so.
These two aren't method acting. They have become the characters they portray. The Curse of the Wizard of Oz is likely tied to the dark forces attached to the occult religion this movie is based on. These ideas seem to have consumed both Ariana and Cynthia. Now, they are a shell of who they used to be. Well, that's it for this video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see
Ariana is just weird, and I don't like what's happening. They are acting crazy, and it's really bothering me. It's like an obsession.
And really take care of each other on screen and off screen, and just kind of have a really truthful friendship and a beautiful sistership that continues to grow and grow even through this press tour. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something. I know.
Sorry.
She's getting a fixing itch
Like
that Cynthia Erivo gets.
It's not there.
Oh, thank you.
There are some nasty rumors going around about Ariana and Cynthia. The headlines read that Cynthia's partner, Lena Waithe, can't stand Ariana Grande, and there are some clues to accompany this assumption because Lena's been posting some really cryptic things on her story.
Cynthia Voss's girlfriend, Lena, just went off. And she didn't hold back for a second. She dragged Ariana Grande hard, calling her out for allegedly trying to slide in on Cynthia. Fans have been side-eyeing how close Cynthia and Ariana got ever since Wicked started filming. And now it looks like those suspicions weren't just in their heads.
Lena then went on to share this picture, and this is a moment taken from when Paul and Ariana did an interview for Variety, I believe, and Paul says, I watched you guys in the press tour, and Ariana says, insufferable, yes, which does that mean like Cynthia's partner isn't too happy with how this press tour has been going? She also shared this post of Ariana Grande, which doesn't give me much, but it's just kind of random.
In the building.
Lena finally said, enough is enough. And she's spilling every bit of tea about Ariana trying to swoop in on her girl. But wait, it gets even messier. Word on the streets is that Ariana might have been keeping some secrets on the low this whole time. Allegedly, Cynthia isn't even the first woman Ariana's been accused of trying to steal from a partner. People online are already calling her Mrs. Steal Your Girl. And honestly, it's starting to sound like that name fits a little too well. This whole situation is heating up fast, and Lena's got a lot to say about it. Now, let's talk about what fans have been noticing for months. The tension between Cynthia and Ariana isn't new, not at all. Folks clocked how close they were acting during the press tour for the first Wicked movie, and it wasn't subtle. They were touchy, flirty, and honestly, it looked like they could barely keep their hands off each other. And don't even get me started on that viral holding space interview. That moment had everyone's jaw on the floor. People couldn't believe how intense the chemistry was. The energy between them, way beyond co-star level. Things are definitely getting wild. Things were already awkward enough, but somehow Cynthia and Ariana decided to turn the weirdness up a whole new level. Just when everyone thought it couldn't possibly get any more cringy, the Wicked for Good promo came around, and wow, they made it 10 times more intense. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing, and the internet blew up all over again. You remember that viral moment when Ariana got grabbed by a fan, right? It was chaos. People were screaming, cameras flashing, and there was Cynthia rushing over to comfort her like some protective partner. You could literally hear her saying, "You okay? Are you okay? Are you fine?"
I just spending time with you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I hope you will be there when I smile. I hope you let my friendship be one of the things that let you let in. Forever of you.
It looked way more personal than just friendly concern, and fans definitely noticed. Then, in one of their last promo interviews, the two kept going on and on about how they want to stay besties forever and how their bond is unbreakable. Seriously, the energy between them was giving way more than just co-star vibes. You could cut the tension with a knife. But it's not just fans who think something's off. Reports are saying Lena, Cynthia's girlfriend, is not here for any of it. Word around is that Lena believes Ariana is deliberately trying to slide in and take Cynthia from her. She's calling out Ariana's sweet girl image as totally fake and thinks it's all an act. And get this, people are even saying Cynthia's been overly protective of Ariana lately, doing strange little things for her every time she coughs or looks upset. This situation just keeps getting messier. So here's where it gets even juicier. Reports are saying that Lena truly believes Ariana's been putting on this helpless act just to make Cynthia feel protective over her. And honestly, judging by how fast Cynthia jumped in to rescue Ariana when that fan grabbed her, it kind of looks like Ariana's plan, if it is one, is working. Whatever she's doing, it's got Cynthia wrapped up tight, and Lena's definitely noticing every bit of it. Lena's not letting this slide, not for a second. She's watching everything and apparently feels it's only a matter of time before Cynthia slips up and crosses that line with Ariana.
This week, people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that. I didn't know that that was happening. I've seen it, yeah. That's really powerful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I wanted. Yeah. I didn't know that was happening. I've seen it on a couple posts. I don't know how widespread, but I am in queer media, so that's my...
Now, Lena and Cynthia have been together for a long while, but let's be real. Ariana's track record doesn't exactly scream boundaries. If she decides she wants someone, she's not afraid to go for it. Remember Ethan Slater? Yeah, that situation was wild. Ariana linked up with him when he was still married and had just welcomed a baby with his wife. Fans were shocked, but it kind of built her reputation for getting involved with people who are already taken. She's never seemed too worried about that part. She even made songs like "Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored," which says it all. So now the big question is, does Lena have a reason to be worried about Ariana? Insiders are whispering that Lena's been putting in overtime, trying to keep things in check, making sure Cynthia keeps her distance and setting some serious boundaries. And honestly, can you blame her?
That's my dog named
The tension's
Truth
getting
Is.
thicker by the day, and everyone's waiting to see what happens next. Just take one look at this photo of the three of them together and tell me it doesn't scream third wheel. Lena's literally the one dating Cynthia, yet somehow she looks like the outsider in her own relationship.
Okay, so now you actually see what level of Ariana Grande is on, but that had nothing to do with what we care about. See, we care about no gossip, but what we care about is understanding the root of things. And the root of things is right here. Shout out to you, Marilyn. You can go check out my dog.
And Cynthia Erivo.
You can go check
out
out
all over social media because they're very weird.
You can go check out my dog, Truth Is. His name, Truth Is. That's where you get that from, fam, about theosophical situations that we talk about. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, subscribe right now. We ready to get it back. And why? Because we cooking.
Grande, if you are not yet a member of the Patreon,
then my dog Didi got a podcast. Didi got a podcast.
Seen in public interviews and other public settings. Now, while many people have made jokes about this, memes and other skits, finding their behavior to be very funny, and some people have even went as far to say that they believe that this is some inorganic way that Hollywood has chosen for them to behave so that they can push or build more buzz around the film that they both co-starred in called Wicked. However, I have reason to believe that the reasoning or the motivation behind their weird behavior is actually a lot more sinister, as I believe that the film Wicked and the sequel to the film Wicked, called, of course, The Wizard of Oz, which are two films that are rooted in actual real witchcraft, and Ariana Grande and Cynthia both are aware of that, and I will prove that in this video. Welcome back to another episode of Didi Got a Podcast, and of course, I'm your host, Didi. I have been waiting to get to this video for quite some time. Just been needing the time to get around to conducting the necessary research for this video. And I'm sure everybody has seen the odd behavior from Cynthia and Ariana Grande, but not very many people know what's actually going on behind the scenes. And so I'm here to maybe provide a little bit of insight into what could potentially or mostly explain this weird behavior. Before we get into that, I just ask if you can please hit that like button on your way in for the YouTube.
Hit that like button, subscribe right now. Hit that like button, subscribe, fam. It's free. Just touch it. It's your finger.
Let's start with Ariana Grande. So Ariana Grande, who is one of very few people who have had a successful career in acting and also a successful career in the music industry, right? She has hit records and she's been on hit television shows. But because of this very reason, that alone is a reason to be very suspicious about Ariana Grande. Very similar to the girl Sabrina Carpenter with the hit song Espresso, she also came up in Hollywood as well, right? She was a Nickelodeon product, as was Ariana Grande.
This is Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter?
Yes.
What is it doing here?
I'm having people sing it, but I wasn't going to ask you to sing.
You weren't going to ask me to sing?
I didn't think you'd want to.
You're mistaken, man. I'm working late because I'm a singer.
And as a reminder, Ariana Grande is also heavily affiliated with a guy by the name of Dan Schneider, who has been accused by several people over the years of child abuse. This is the same Ariana Grande who has dated the open occultist, and I'm going to say open occultist because if you listen to his lyrics, if you watch his music videos, he literally quite tells you what he's into, and that is The Weeknd. Ariana Grande literally dated The Weeknd, and that doesn't come as no surprise to me, as Ariana Grande has admitted multiple different times and made it clear that she wasn't joking, that she is an actual witch, not just in films like The Wicked, but in real life.
I remember being so swept off my feet by just the story, and the comedy really stayed with me when I was little. I don't think at that point I had seen anything. I mean, I was 10, but I don't think I had seen anything that moved me that way.
Did you meet Kristen that day?
I did. She gave me body gel. She says it's bath salts, but it was body gel.
It
had glitter, and I think it had actual witchcraft magic in it. I really do.
There's no way you get to this without that witchcraft.
I think there's a combination of real magic, manifestation, and hard work that needs to happen for things like this to happen, don't you think?
I think. Yeah. I'm somewhere in between. I've learned. I don't know. I sit somewhere between being a literal witch, literal witch.
You're a literal witch. Literal witch.
I'm not kidding. And being like the most realistic, cut, dry, like.
Both the information about Dan Schneider, his connection to Ariana Grande, Ariana Grande's connection to The Weeknd, her admitting that she's a witch, all of this will be relevant for what we will discuss later in this video. Now let's move to Cynthia Erivo, the other very weird acting person sitting next to Ariana Grande. Let me just back up and say what I've noticed. I'm really big with patterns, and what I've noticed in the music industry, a lot of times with so-called black actors and actresses or people of color, what I've noticed is when they normally win a Grammy or an Oscar or a Tony Award, etc., they usually fall into one or three or four categories. They're either starring in a slave film, a gangster film, or some sort of ungodly, unbiblical film, right? And what I mean by unbiblical, I just simply mean some film that's probably blasphemous towards Jesus Christ. And when you look at Cynthia Erivo's career, she's no different, because she is the recipient of several accolades and one of few individuals nominated for an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award, winning all of them except for the Oscar. Now, I've said this before, when you have these highly decorated people that some people know, some people don't, I already find that as a red flag, and that shoots my antennas up, and it comes off as very suspicious. Very similar to the girl Tyler. The girl Tyler with the hit song Water. Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me harder. Where did she come from? How did she come into the industry and
playing
Grammy? You got people like Black China's mom coming out and saying the reason, the obvious reason to me, how it is that she can enter the industry out of nowhere and immediately win a Grammy.
The same thing I just said. Yeah. I just told you earlier. If I sit here on Street Stars and I'm subliminally just every now and then.
Just every now and then.
Every now and then.
Every now and then. Just.
Okay. And they'll contact you. Yeah. We got another one on the roster. Let's go.
Is that what Ice Spice was trying to do at the Super Bowl?
It's not a try. She did. And you know what? And I don't care what nobody say, because I'm always right at the end of the day when it comes to this stuff. Every time. She's an industry plant. It's common. You came from nowhere. Your little short... No. Girl. No.
She does seem as when they
You just came from anywhere. And so the other girl, give me sweat, whatever, make me hot.
Not Tyler. What? Come on, that sounds like just a little bitty girl who just they wrote some songs for. And damn, not Tyler.
Plants. Give her. Watch this. What's this? March, February next year. Cold Blooded Free.
Damn.
Turned all the way out. Watch. One song gave you a Grammy, but you got people like Angie Stone that been around since I was 10 years old, being a rapper, never got one.
Hey.
How's that possible?
And this isn't just any person saying it. Like I said, this is Black China.
And the good part about what she just pointed out, hit that like button, double tap that screen, subscribe right now. This is so deep. Why? Because that's what they wanted you to understand. And when you got somebody that's been there, you got to understand her daughter, that woman's daughter was Black China. She married the Kardashians' brother. Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians are the most demonic family alive. And they've let you know that as well. Biggest point made right now is that her mother knows it. And she said it all the truth. And then the funny part was she just exposed something that I didn't even know. And I was tripping off this earlier when I was flipping through stuff, looking at things, and they had brought up Beyonce. And they were showing Beyonce at either the NASCAR situation as of late or at the Super Bowl or somewhere she was at. And they was tripping off how her hand gestures was doing certain things. And she was normally just opening up a bottle, pouring that in a cup, put that down, picked up the cup and drunk. But they was trying to point out gestures that she was doing as if she was sending signals. Now, we really don't know nothing. Because if they using hand gestures that they have always used, see, we already know the signs. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about a person literally pouring a drink, closing the bottle cap, opening it, and taking a sip, and you telling me there is a gesture of a hand signal to signal them people? That's how you know they really are authentic, articulate, very precise, very detailed on everything they do. I've seen Jay-Z take pictures with people, and he got his hand like this on their shoulder. I've just seen several pictures. And then I seen several other pictures. And then I'm looking at the person that he's actually doing this gesture on, this body language. And the last one he did this on was Megan Thee Stallion. Now, let's be real. Megan Thee Stallion is famous. But when he took that picture with Megan Thee Stallion was a nobody. She dropped one song. She was in a contract dispute with them boys over there with Rap A Lot and Jay Prince Daddy and them. Yeah. And all of a sudden, because of Rock Nation, ended up signing her. So when we talk about hand gestures and we talk about what's going on, when we talk about the things we don't know about and the ways they're going about it, it is more deeper than what we really know and really think when we're talking about regular gestures of hand gestures and photos. Signals sent when that means that they know that them people always watch. It ain't just the symbolism part, Chris. It's the part where I'm saying These celebrities know that the people they work for are always watching. There's not a day, a minute, a second, or a moment that goes by where them people not watching. Because Ice Spice was at a Super Bowl game with Taylor Swift. I'm sure Taylor Swift told her what to do. Every time that camera hit them, they never even knew when the camera hit them. But every time that camera hit them, she made symbolism hand gestures to let the elite know who she's with. And now that we understand it and see that, that makes this even more interesting when it comes to Ariana Grande, because trust me, stick around for the ending of this, because I'm about to drop a seed on you that you never even knew was real. And when we link it together, you're going to feel embarrassed for taking your kids to go see Wicked. You're going to feel embarrassed for wasting your time. You're going to be embarrassed by understanding why robots are in our face right now. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, subscribe right now. You know you're in here with your boy Dilla T and my fam. And this is No Filters. Let's go.
His mom, which holds a lot of weight, because Black China is another one of those people that's a part of the music industry that no one really knows what their talent is. It's like the Kardashians.
That's good, Ruth. Don't let them see it either.
Why are you famous?
Don't let us see it either.
Why are you on the front of magazine covers? This is the same Black China that had literally a Baphomet tatted on her body. So if any...
Hold on. What I just tell you about Black China? Black China used to be down with this. And then she publicly said she not no more. And then all of a sudden she said she living for God. But let me explain something to you, Ruth. And for those that think it's that easy. I'm sorry. You think you finna sign up with that guy and them people? And you think you finna renege? You think you finna you think you can't do, you think you signing up and we just gonna unsign you. You think what? You stop playing with me in here. You think for a second that this woman right here changed her life? And you think for the moment that people like Kirk Franklin, Juanita Bynum, Donnie McClurkin, you better shut it up in here. You better listen to me. Oh no, you ain't hearing me. See, for those that are with God, that we believe in, that are the leaders, or that we've seen, Kirk Franklin, and you know what side he's on now, that tells you there's a religious side to the elite. Let me say that again for those that didn't get it. Kirk Franklin is an example of what I mean by there is a religious side of the elite. So when you say publicly you finna stop doing this, and publicly you finna stop doing this, oh, that's fine. But you still involved with these people. Oh, let me say that again. Why? Because you signed up in blood. You will never get your life back. What you thought this was? What? You thought that was an option? You dealing with rulers and high places and warlocks. You think for a second they finna give you freedom. You better go sit down somewhere if you ever thought that was an option. She make it look good. But when you know, it sound better. You better hit that like button right now. You better hear me. There is a religious position in the elite. And Kirk Franklin, Donnie McClurkin, Juanita Bynum, people like that are playing the role. Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes. You want me to keep going, Rue? Or we can keep going. So I can let you know that when you sign up with these people, there is no sign out. When you sign up, you pick, or they choose, or they tell you what to. Because where you going? Hold up. We signed you up and told you everything of our lives and our secrets and everything that we hold dearly, and you think I'm going to let you leave? You better go sit down and eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and think about your future, because you will never get out of this. Don't ever let this deceive you. That's why you need to hit that like button and double tap that screen right now. Become a subscriber right now. Because see, deception comes in so many different angles. And if your eyes ain't open, you're going to miss something right in front of your face. If your eyes ain't open, you're going to miss something right in front of your face. Let me say this again. Kirk Franklin, he has chosen this side. And yet he still is yelling and making songs for who? So don't get it twisted when somebody been rocking with this side and then they turn around and said, I given my life to God. I'm changing my life. Oh, that's fine. But where you going? See, them people saying, hey, that's fine. You want to change your life? Cool. It's all good. But don't forget you signed this in blood. We'll never let you go. You can change your life, but where you going? She must have thought it was raining cows or something to think that you finna deceive us. Oh no. See, that's what I'm talking about, Ruth. You or me or all of us don't know what she doing on her own time. We don't know what she doing on her personal time. You can look at every video, Instagram, YouTube, but you don't know what she doing on her time. Because if she can announce Baphomet as her Lord and Savior, she definitely got to publicly denounce Baphomet and announce God, Jesus. And even when she do that, you got people like Kirk Franklin, Donnie McClurkin, Juanita Bynum, TD Jakes, Creflo Dollar. You want me to keep going? That are involved and still yelling the name of Jesus as if it's nothing. Oh no, see, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to get you to not understand that when we see people like this, see, you got to understand, she got followers. She's a leader. So that's the sole purpose about who she's leading. See, she got to work out her own salvation, Ruth. That ain't got nothing to do with us. We just tripping off all of these other people that you leading. That's what we worried about. That's what we talking about. See, we ain't worried about her. We're going to let her live her life because she's done what she's done in the way she's done it, and none of us can judge her. Why? Because she's human and she pumped blood out of her same veins as I do too. We are no respecter person. You cannot judge nobody on this human earth as you being a human. That's why it really kills me, the people that are human, how they judge other humans because of them falling off or going through things where their life has done something to them that made them do some things you never thought you would do. But it's so funny that you blood out of your veins like me, you piss out of your body like me, and you shit out of your body like me. Your body stink like me, and you got to take a shower like me. People kill me when they think they so not that. You got to do everything I'm doing to come back outside fresh. You better shut it up in here. We will never judge anyone as a human because of our raised, how we was raised. Some of y'all didn't know about God and Jesus. Some of y'all just knew about something and something else. See, we can't do that. We're not going to judge people on how they was raised. But we have to look at people and say, hey, who are we leading? Who are we fooling? Who are we leading and who are we fooling? And I think the problems that come into play is that only thing that we look at is understanding that the judgment of us is only going to be one way. See, it ain't even Black China. You know how many other people that's talking like this, but doing that is a difference when we're talking about this. See, there's no judgment, but what it is this. When you publicly come out, you are to be judged in front of many because you've put yourself in a position to be judged publicly. Publicly. So it's not a big thing about judging her. It's about, oh, she publicly said she rocked with him. And then she publicly said she not rocking with him no more. And we respect it because that's what you do. But we're talking about the masses. We're talking about the weak minds. And these weak minds that don't stand on nothing can hear anything and fall for anything. That's what I'm saying. These weak minds can hear somebody. Listen to me, man. Everybody that was rocking with Black China was rocking with Black China with Black China was Black China. And now everybody that's not rocking with Black China or still rocking with Black China in the ways of Black China are only going to go by what Black China shows you and tells you. So I'm telling you again, when you reach a certain level, it's all about PR, public relations. You almost don't even know that these are the people that's talking to the public anymore. Why? Because they have a PR person. And people in their position that are in this position, her mama just told you what they be doing and how they do it. So she's fully aware of what goes on. I think the biggest question right now, Black China hasn't really been able to speak out for real because she knows who she's involved in. She knows who she's involved with. So she really can't be all she want to be if that's what she want to be. I encourage anyone for change. I encourage anyone that want to be better than they was yesterday. Don't get me wrong, Rue. I'm with you. I encourage anybody that want to be better. I tell you right now, when somebody asks me how I'm going, I say I'm growing. That's what I say, because I'm steady growing. I'm steady changing. I'm steady adapting. I'm steady maturing. But what we will not do is be cowards. And what we will do is read in between the lines. See, this a headline. And you have to read in between these lines to see facts. Because the headline reads, oh, she changed her life. But if you go look up what Black China been doing lately, it's not the same. So it's deep when we speak about those that are involved and those that change their mind and then want to do right because of what they've been through, right? But in the same sense, they're only being judged publicly because they put it out there publicly. Why? Because they are public figures. So they're held to a different account because they're public figures that, hey, this what you're doing? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so this what you're doing? Oh, okay, cool. So this what your mama doing? Oh, okay, cool. So what we doing? I mean, that's what it does to you. When you're a public figure, publicly speaking about your life. Oh, we gonna get some eyes on him too. Hit that like button, double tap that screen right now. We deep in here. You need to understand what's going on. Hit that like button, double tap that screen right now. I'm not sure you know what that tap means, bro. I'm not sure you know what that tap means either, bro. Because if you knew that was Baphomet, then the way you respond in J-Rock, you would be telling me something we don't. He know what the Baphomet represents with our ancestors. So the Baphomet means what with our ancestors, J-Rock? You have the floor. Go ahead. We reading since you smart as fuck. Go ahead. Yeah, we finna look into John Ramirez. But J-Rock's so smart about the Baphomet, as if Baphomet loves us. Go ahead, bro. You said you studied it heavy. Man, I appreciate you, Chris. Because I was thinking about that term yesterday, Chris, on that shirt. And I was like, I was trying to pull it out of my brain so bad, fam. And when you just... Shout out to you, Chris. We have another uneducated, smart person in here. But we appreciate people. But when you are uneducated, smart, you need to understand what uneducated smart means. Oh, God. Uneducated. I feel sorry for uneducated, smart people. Because they will make uneducated look so smart. And they have so much information of unsmart, basically. So it hits different, you know what I'm saying, when we're talking about stuff like that. That's the big deal. See, John Ramirez was the guy that we had an episode on Roof. And he was actually having an interview with the lady about him being a satanic person and dealing with demons, warlocks, witches, everything. I mean, he was breaking it down. Oh, yeah, I did it already. That might have been an episode that you didn't pull up on, mommy. Yeah, we was talking about a situation, and then all of a sudden, John was talking for like 30 minutes about his position and what he used to be on and what he's on now. And what we got out of that from what he had said, I wish you just go back and hit that. I really wish you go back and hit that. Because there were certain things that he said that we really felt. And then there were certain things he didn't really touch on that mattered to the whole body of Christ. The full body of Christ. And it was so different because he was touching on some things and saying some things. And people sound good. But it's so different when they turn from things and then we talk about certain things that he left out when we talk about putting on the whole armor and talking about the full body of Christ. I got you. I got you. I got you for sure. It's a difference. I'm not one of those. I don't know what you mean by that, J-Rock. But I truly understand when people say you gotta know who people involved with, fam, when they talking. And you gotta know the position they in, and then you gotta know the stage that they're on. Then you really gotta say, okay, what is he talking about? What is he leaving out? And what does he stand for? And that's when you can identify the real from the fake. Okay, that's what's up, Bobby Hemmett. All right, that's what's up, Bobby. We get Bobby Hemmett together, fam. If you want to leave me with Bobby Hemmett, that's cool. The good part about Bobby Hemmett is that he speaks about vampires and clone theory. There's nothing bad about Bobby Hemming. So you don't have to leave me with him, because I can leave you with some names that feel that same energy that he's talking about as well. Right. And we allow this one person to speak in certain things. Or we allow this one person to say what they believe in and what they stand on and give you the teachings of things. See, we got to get that right, family. We gotta get that right. Everybody in this world be so pressed and stressed and trying to say they impressed about the people they look into. And some of all of these people have the same theories, the same hypothesis, and the same agreements on things. Now, the way they start might be different from the way they end, but all of it is still some of what the same. But I think what hits different is when you don't really have nothing to stand on, things sound good when people tell you things. Think about it. For those that never came up on nothing, when something sounds good to you, or something sounds like it makes some type of sense, or something sounds like 2 + 2 = 4, you're going to agree with that. When you have nothing to stand on, or you was taught nothing, you have no foundation. And it's funny too, because I had foundation and we was taught something, then we found out some ain't right about that religion, because they doing stuff against God's word or the Bible. So we never even thought that that was right. Respectfully, King, I don't have to build the ego. I don't have to do any of that. I can look into things and I can be and I can stand on those things. But even me looking into those things and seeing the theories that they have, that don't make me seem like that I'm just right because I don't believe their theory. That don't mean I'm right because I don't believe their theory. But if you realize what I'm saying, you couldn't even tell me what's right. Because you're just telling me to look into somebody that you are following. So that's a big deal. You feel me? So let's make sure we hit that like button and subscribe right now, family. Let's go.
Ariana is just weird and
Grande and Cynthia Erivo have been trending all over social media. It's been on hit television shows. Let me just back up and say what I've noticed. I'm really big with patterns, and what I've noticed in the music industry, a lot of times with so-called.
And you know what? And I don't care what nobody say, because I'm always right at the end of the day when it comes to this stuff. Every time. She's an industry plant. It's common. You came from nowhere. Your little short. No. Girl. No. No.
She does seem as if when
you just came from anywhere. And so the other girl, give me sweat, whatever. Make me hurt.
Not Tyler. Well, come on. That sounds like just a little bitty girl who just they wrote some songs for. And damn, not Tyler.
Plant. Give her, watch this. What's this? March, February next year, Cold-Blooded Free.
Damn.
Turned all the way out. Watch. One song gave you a Grammy, but you got people like Angie Stone that been around since I was 10 years old being a rapper, never got one.
Hey.
How's that possible?
And this isn't just any person saying it. Like I said, this is Blac Chyna's mom, which holds a lot of weight, because Blac Chyna is another one of those people that's a part of the music industry that no one really knows what their talent is. It's like the Kardashians. Where do you come from? Why are you famous? Why are you on the front of magazine covers? This is the same Blac Chyna that had literally a Baphomet tatted on her body. So if anybody could probably have a little bit of insight on how it works, how the inside of the industry works, Blac Chyna's mom may have a little bit of an idea. Which, as a side note, ironically reminds me of what Tucker Carlson was saying at the Charlie Kirk event earlier this year when he was saying people like Bill Ackman. How do these people become billionaires? I believe the woman that's over, what's her name, Weiss or whatever her name is over at CBS, no talent. How are you the boss of everybody else? How do you have more money and more success, but no one really knows what your skill is? Well, I'm not even here to say that Cynthia Erivo is not skilled because obviously she can act, but it just makes you wonder, how do these people get into these positions? And to my point about, you know, so-called black or people of color actors in Hollywood having to fit sort of this small mold, when you look at Cynthia's career, it's no different. The Color Purple, Harriet Tubman, and she even starred as Jesus. Need I say more? How much more blasphemous can you get? Which makes more sense when you look at photos like this, when they're saying things like, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande finally clear the air. We are in a non-demi-curious, semi-binary relationship. What does that mean? Well, they go on to explain, it means we are not actually a couple, but we are curious about what that could mean, and everything she demented. That literally means nothing. They're literally talking in circles. They're literally trying to redefine reality, and they can't do that. But I digress. Let's talk a little bit about The Wizard of Oz and sort of the inspiration of what goes into these films and these sequels, that being of The Wizard of Oz. Because a guy by the name of Mervyn Leroy is actually the main producer of the 1939 film Wizard of Oz, and was an active Freemason and a member of the Prince of Orange Lodge number 16. And this Mervyn Leroy character was born in San Francisco to Jewish parents Edna Nee Armour and Harry Leroy. And his family was financially ruined by the 1906 earthquake that destroyed his father's import-export business. Well, the film, The Wizard of Oz, was actually made by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, or MGM for short, which I'm sure we all have heard of at some point watching films, which was actually headed by a guy named Louis B. Mayer, who bought the film rights to the novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz from Samuel Goldwyn in 1938. Well, it should also come as no surprise that this Mayer guy was also a 33rd degree Freemason, associated with the St. Cecile Lodge number 568 in New York City. Well, it gets even more interesting. Way more interesting. There's a guy by the name of L. Frank Baum, who was the original author and creator of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and the entire Oz universe and the mythology behind it in 1900, right? L. Frank is responsible for all the original characters from Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, Emerald City, the Wicked Witch, the Yellow Brick Road, etc. And as we know, this book became one of the most iconic children's stories in American history. But what many people don't know is that the quote-unquote magic inspired in the film wasn't just some fantasy like it was for most people watching the film or reading the books, because for L. Frank, it was very much so real life to him. The magic wasn't just fairy tale. L. Frank Baum was a part of an esoteric movement called the Theosophical Society. So the proper term for him was he was a theosophist, which he joined in 1892. And this movement was founded by someone named Helena Blavatsky, who was a huge inspiration to the one and only, yep, you guessed it, Aleister Crowley. And even the spiritual double meaning behind the Wizard of Oz film is literally rooted in spiritual alchemy. For example, in occultism and theosophical readings, the Yellow Brick Road is seen as a metaphoric, quote-unquote, golden path, a spiritual or mystical journey the soul takes towards higher consciousness or enlightenment. And then the journey along this quote-unquote spiritual or mystical Yellow Brick Road for Dorothy, where she encounters the Scarecrow who was missing a brain, the Tin Man who was missing a heart, we all know it, and the Lion who didn't have courage, was actually another interpretation of how the soul processes intellect, emotion, courage when seeking self-realization or quote-unquote wholeness. Now, for those of you that may feel like that sounds and seems innocent in its nature, it's not, because what this means in alchemy or theosophists, they believe that this essentially means that you don't need God. You're able to go along this journey called life, this spiritual journey, and if you're able to dig deep within, there isn't some outer source, that being Jesus Christ or God or what we believe as Christians, but instead you are your own God. You're able to dig within and you're able to pull it out of yourself. But it gets even worse, because the person who played the character Dorothy was a girl by the name of Judy Garland, who, by the way, was only 16 years old when she was filming, and MGM actually viewed her as overweight. Many people don't know that Julie Garland would come out later and expose how she was subjected to extreme calorie-restricted diets, such as soups, lettuce, black coffee, different amphetamines and stimulants to suppress her appetite, barbiturates, or what they called at the time, downers, so that she would be able to sleep afterwards, and even being doped up on pills during the time of the filming, which would later lead to her being addicted to pills. And part of this, such as being placed on downers so that she can sleep afterwards, was because she was forced to work up to 18 hours a day, 6 days a week with very little rest. And she even later told friends and biographers that Louis Mayer, you know, the Freemason that was over the film, touched her inappropriately. He would place his hand on her chest while speaking to her. Older men around the studio treated her like a commodity, not a teenage girl. Some of the adult male Munchkin actors harassed her, pinched her, tried to grab her under her dress, and this would lead to severe depression, instability, financial troubles, and unfortunately even an early death at the age of 47 years old. Even the Tin Man character, the guy who played the Tin Man, dealt with severe health complications because of the paint that his body was subjected to and the metals that he had to wear and inhale during the time of this filming, with him even sustaining an eye infection at one point in time. So why is this important? When you look at the behavior of Ariana Grande and Cynthia, I think, to me, like I said at the beginning, if you want the uncensored version of this, it's on Patreon. To me, it appears that they have been indulgent, allegedly, they've been indulgent in certain rituals that would better explain their very odd behavior with each other. One could even go as far to say MK Ultra. Because when you're working with people in Hollywood, one of you grew up in Hollywood in Ariana Grande, one of you have already shown that you're willing to play whatever role is necessary to quote unquote sell your soul to the industry, then I think this could be one of the results. There are other ways that actresses and actors show that they've sold out. I just think this is a way that a lot of us are not accustomed to seeing. But y'all in the comment section, let me know what you think, man. These are just my thoughts. Hit the like button on your way out if you do not mind. I'm Demetrius. I go by Diddy. Until next time. Peace.
Ooh, that's different. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, subscribe right now. Hit that like button, double tap that screen, and subscribe right now, fam. Check it out.
No, I said somewhere between being a literal witch, literal witch.
A literal witch. Literal witch.
I'm not kidding.
Now, I really don't know why, but Ariana Grande has been popping up on my timeline nonstop for the past couple of days, y'all. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platform I am using, I always see her 3 to 5 times a day, bro. It's very, very weird. Now, there are a lot of conspiracy theories related to Ariana Grande because she has changed a lot. In the worst way possible. She went from a bubbly childhood star to being weird. People think that she's been through MK Ultra.
Hit that like button, subscribe, fam, right now.
Different type of conspiracy theories around this one woman. Now, this video right here caught my attention. Ariana Grande admits that she has gone through MK Ultra. I want you to watch this really quickly, y'all.
Memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days Clinic they do the memory erasure, you know?
What?
The memory erasure, they erase my memories. It's a little they did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble.
Tiffany, you know it's love all the way.
At first glance, immediately conspiracy theory, but I had to do some digging. I
gotta screenshot
that. Playing these games and giving you guys fabricated truths. No, we're always going to break down the honest truth. Brighter Days and memory erasure is completely made up. It's a fictional concept that Ariana created to promote her album.
It's all good, Mothers of the Nation.
But what I did find interesting after doing some research on her Brighter Days Eternal Sunshine marketing campaign, very, very weird. Ariana
just hit that like button,
26-minute video.
Bam! I remember Gilligan's Island.
Of something that is literally like MK Ultra. I can't make this up now. Obviously, I can't play it here on the page because it's going to get copyrighted and it's going to get taken down. That's what they always do. But it's literally her going to this clinic and going through some type of brainwashing, brain altering. Listen, MK Ultra programming, like, it's so weird. It is so weird. Now, the concept is what makes me question, has she been brainwashed before, bro? I haven't seen anyone else make a music video related to like some type of MK Ultra programming. So it caught my attention. Now this is something that a lot of people speculate, but what I'm more so curious about is the fact that she's been going viral with this woman right here, Cynthia Erivo. I don't know who this is. I think they played in a movie together. But when you see these two people interact, it is very, very strange. I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know what it is, but I want you to just check this out for yourself. Now, today and today only, you guys have access completely for free. All you have to do is use the link down below and claim your seat using the link. You will get access to both the 2-day live training and the VIP community.
Shout out to fam and everything he be promoting.
Have become somewhat unusual. Moments like this one have had people wondering if Ariana and Cynthia are co-stars or lovers because of their strange behavior, their interviews and red carpet appearances.
See, this is the point I'm trying to make. Y'all wouldn't even think Ariana Grande is a clone.
I always see her 3 to 5 times a day, bro.
You wouldn't even think she was a clone, would you? Huh? You wouldn't think that she's a clone, would you?
It's good pleasure getting to know you.
Thank you for that.
Yours is pink.
It's lovely. It is, isn't it? It is actually.
We love you very much. This was really fun.
We won't have to miss each other.
We won't have to.
We look like we're always texting.
Yeah.
We're together. We see each other. Thank you.
What am I even watching? Hi, my name is Cynthia.
And I'm gonna tell you the truth, fam. If you seen that picture they showed earlier, old girl Cynthia had weight on her looking regular, and Ariana looked like a regular person with weight on her. Even if she's skinny, they still had weight, some type of fat on them. Even if it was a little bit, 1%, 2 or 3. Now, whatever they've been doing and the stuff they explaining about the Wizard of Oz, fam, is making a demonic toll on their bodies. Because I'm going to tell you something. When an actor has to act, they can only act so often, so much. They can only follow a script so much. You understand? That script is going to run out at some point. And in my mind, I know that the fact, you got to understand something. Just like dude that played the Joker in that one movie and he passed away. What's his name? What's his name, Chris? What's his name, Ruth? What's his name, Nikki Love? Tunda? What's his name? Eugene, what's his name? What's his name? C-Poo. Heath Ledger. Chris got it right. Heath Ledger. That's what I'm talking about. Heath Ledger. Okay, so what I'm saying is Heath Ledger played a role and he lost his life in that demonic role. You can look it up right now. I'll look it up right now. I ain't lying. Y'all gonna make me get off a script right now. Heath Ledger went through some things. That man passed away in that role. And when he explained what he had to do to work to get to be that person, how do you not get yourself back? Shout out Kenneth in here. How do you not get yourself, hit that like button, subscribe, family, if you understand what I'm saying, if you agree with me. How do you not get yourself back with that level of acting? When you have to, see, you got to understand about actors, fam. Feel me right quick. Actors have to lose weight. They have to really play the part. They have to give a description of the part, everything. They have to look it. They have to look it, walk it, talk it, everything. When Jamie Foxx did that role with Ray Charles, that boy must have summoned the gods. Because the way he sounded was exactly, and his body movement and the edginess and just the twitching of a person that's blind. The fact he was able to come into that character so well. See, I always say, when a straight person plays a gay role, they have to have either had something happen in their life that they can play that role so naturally, or either low-key they like it, or either something happened to them in a certain way. Because for a straight person to play a gay role so well, you hear me? Hear me? For a straight person to play a gay role so well, you need to understand the level of tap in. They got to tap in to do it. If you're a straight person that ain't never done it. So when we talk about cloning, people being replaced, the reasons why Cynthia and Ariana are interacting like that, I truly believe Ariana is not who she was. I truly believe that Cynthia knows that. And I truly believe that is why she is constantly making sure Ariana is right. For the camera, for the interview, for the red carpet, for the scene, for the people. And it's funny because the moment YouTube started talking about how they look and how they keep touching and how that girl is tuned in to Ariana so badly, they immediately came out with a statement. Giving all of these words that they're in a relationship. And the type of relationship they're in, they gave so many descriptions of these words, of the type of relationship they're in. So that further let me know that you better turn your face on and your ears on and your eyes on right now. I don't believe Ariana is who she is. I believe Cynthia knows that Ariana ain't who she is. That's why she's always checking her and making sure she's straight. Because that MK Ultra is serious. And that MK Ultra is triggered by signals, hand signs, symbolism, and gestures. You know how I know? You know how we know together? Y'all don't believe me? About MK Ultra? You don't believe me? All right, check this out. Because y'all don't believe me. You remember that dude? Remember Good Morning America? What's the dude name, Chris, from Good Morning America? The black bald-headed dude. What's his name, Chris? What's his name, Chris? Bald-headed dude from Good Morning America. Yeah, tell me, Chris. MK Ultra real, but what's the black dude, bald-headed black dude name from Good Morning America? Al Rucker. Okay, there we go. There we go. You got me, fam. I'm with you. You with me? Yeah, you with me? Check this out. Since y'all want to act like y'all don't think it's really real, hand signals and gestures and body language and certain words that will signal or trigger. Yeah, Jason Bourne. I've been talking about Jason Bourne for the last 3 days, Damon. You hear me? Go check it out, fam. I've been talking about Jason Bourne for the last 3 days. You know what's funny? When I typed in this man name, Chris.
I'm standing up alongside Matt Lauer and Al Roker. Will someone do the junior high real awkward.
That's exactly how you have to have a certain amount of distance between the bodies
exactly.
in junior high.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
Time now for the ridiculous. You've heard of Where in the World is Matt Lauer? Well, tonight we're asking...
Let's not play them games. Check this out. Because check this out. Because why I type it in, and all of a sudden, this is the first thing that came up. The first thing that I wanted to show y'all, that's what came up. So that further lets you know. We ain't tripping up in here. Oh, I know you got it, Nikki from Texas. We all got it. You heard the words, Holy Ghost. And that boy froze to death. Let's see it together.
Alongside Matt Lauer and Al Roker. Will someone do the junior high
exactly how you have to have a certain amount of distance between
Yes,
bodies.
exactly.
You're high.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
35 years ago today, Elvis Presley passed away, the king of rock and roll. As Mark Cohn says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the king down in the jungle.
How long did that man stand there? Come on, fam, look it up in here. How long did that man just stand there stuck? And what's funny is, them white folk knew what they was doing. Boy, I almost threw something at this camera. I almost threw something at this phone. That mean I would have threw something at y'all. And I don't want to hurt y'all through the phone. Did you hear that? That boy was stuck for a whole minute. I'm sit up in there and act like I'm tripping. That boy was stuck for a whole minute. And them white folk knew what they was doing. Why would they be talking and then talking about they got to dance and talking about they got to make space? And she said, oh, just like they say, leave room for the Holy Ghost. And then when he goes stuck in the face, she literally can't even really talk. She's like, let me rewind. Because she stuttered, knowing what she did. And on top of that, in the cameras, when you facing cameras that's in front of you, they're telling you what's going on. The people in the background, so the guy that's holding the camera, and then you got the person that's constructing, and then you got the program director, you got people behind the camera looking at them, letting them know that they're talking good, look good, smell good, and everything is good. And everything that's bad. So they are there watching this man for a whole minute be stuck. Don't tell me these people don't know what's going on. And it's a shame because we sitting there looking dead at it and don't even know. Humans are nothing but objects. Our minds can be brainwashed as they have been every day because look at what we do every day. We do this every day. So don't sit in there and act like they don't know what's going on because we sitting there thinking like, oh my God, we just watched somebody be brainwashed and then we watch somebody be mind controlled and we watch that same human be stuck like a robot. If they can do that to that man on national live TV, you think they won't do it to your ass? And who are you? Don't nobody even know you. You think they won't brainwash you and leave you somewhere stuck in the face like him? They don't care about you. And they giving him money and they damn sure don't care about his black ass. Black ass sitting there being brainwashed. Two white people playing with MK Ultra just to watch him look like a fool in front of the elite. You understand me? The reason why they even did that was to play with him. That man got kids. He got family. And whether he was cloned or whether he was brainwashed for MK, he was embarrassed on worldwide TV that morning. Think about if that was your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, like your best cousin, like your partner. And that man on national TV stuck. Daymel, did you know that you're not here anymore from talking that shit to me? Smack the shit out you. I just wanted y'all to know that was embarrassing. Oh, we got rid of Daymel. I don't even want to deal with him. I've been trying to reach out and touch him. Embarrassing. Let's look at it one more time. Because when I say so embarrassing, really embarrassing. Oh, here go another one right here. Oh, here we go. Let's look at Shaq. Shaq MK Ultra. Let's go.
That could only be the musical stylings of Victor Oladipo, who is the reigning two-time champion of the All-Star Weekend player talent show.
You are talented. I give you a little credit on that. A lot.
Okay, so Shaq already looking like he's stuck. So just look at Shaq. Shaq right now, he's stuck. Look at Shaq.
That could only be the musical stylings of Victor Oladipo, who is the reigning two-time champion of the All-Star Weekend player talent show.
You are talented. I give you a little credit on that. A lot of credit. You're very talented. I mean, you're not a karaoke guy like me, but you can actually. You know they call me old brown eyes, right?
As a matter of fact, you both have experience singing New York, New York. His was at the slam dunk contest. Yours was in Vegas.
Yes.
We had the show out there. Here's just a little sampling.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
Do y'all see how long that was going on? How long Shaq was stuck? And you know what's funny? Nobody said nothing to him. So you know they all knew about it. You understand me? His mouth open and he's stuck. And nobody's talking about him, asking what's wrong, or saying anything. That's how you know these sick ass people know what's going on. And I'm tired of people always got mouth about this and mouth about that. Shut the hell up in here. Because you don't know nothing, stupid. There is no way that my partner or the person that I've been working, like Chris, if me and you been working on NBA TV for years, I done played basketball against you for years. Clearly, I know what you're involved in. If you over there stuck like, no blink, just stuck, I'm going to ask you what's wrong. I'm sure you're going to ask me, what's up, fam, you good? I mean, what? So you know that that was on purpose, and that was humiliation. Somebody did that on purpose. Somebody chose to leave him like that on purpose. That glitch. That glitch? That glitch? And ain't nobody said nothing? Nobody felt nothing? Nobody thought like he was just staring into the world for too damn long, frozen, and ain't said nothing. This is what I mean by they all know what's going on. So we can never act like nobody knows what's happening. We can never sit in here and act like it's a coincidence. I don't want to hear people be talking like, oh my God, he could have this, he could have that. Why they just can't be? No, shut up. These people are stuck under spells that's triggered by words and body language and touches and gestures. And because of that, we have to read in between the lines, family. We got to read in between the lines. We have to bring light to darkness. We have to inform, understand, and be aware and identify that if it walk like her, talk like her, we know what it is. And that duck activity cannot stand alone and sit the way it wants to in the manner that it will. These people sit back. Look at it, look at it.
A part of it in old New York. I love to do karaoke. That's good, isn't it?
You see those two mics back there?
You made up your own words.
You see those
Wait, that was the words. In old New York?
Yeah. The long awaited.
You telling me that they sat there and the show came back from a commercial first? He was stuck for who knows how long. They sit there and went to a commercial and watched Charles Barkley sing for that whole time. And that man still ain't said nothing. He's still stuck in the same face, in the same place, and ain't blinked, nan phase. And the point that I'm making is, Charles Barkley didn't say nothing to him. Victor Oladipo didn't say nothing to him. And the host didn't even think to speak to him. And every day, he always touching them on the side. What's up, fam? What we doing, Shaq? Or what do you think, big fella? And you telling me that you let that man say nothing that damn long and go from a... And think about it. They had to watch Charles Barkley for a whole minute. I want to know, when they were showing us Charles Barkley singing, what was Shaq doing then? Clearly, he wasn't doing nothing. Because you can see that he's stuck the whole entire time. Commercial break, live, commercial break, Charles Barkley singing, back to live, and he's still stuck. It's funny to y'all because when we talk about leaving them stuck, but that should be very serious for you all because now you understand the level of defense that the military has against us. MK Ultra is a defense that they have to brainwash you and turn you and control you. You should be scared. You should be worried. I'm from the hood. We ain't never heard of no MK Ultra. We ain't never heard of brainwashing. We ain't never heard about cloning food or cloning people. We from the hood. It's basic. We struggle. And you sitting here telling me about some MK Ultra, some clone. What? You should be worried, very worried. Because all it takes is for them to just put hands on you and put you in a room and MK Ultra your ass. And now you come back to society and you just lost. You need a handler. Oh no, Chris Poole. Oh no, C Poole. MK Ultra is a system implemented by the government and the military. MK Ultra took over people's lives. MK Ultra is heavy on everyone in the industry. MK Ultra is heavy on Beyonce. MK Ultra is a controlling mechanism to run whatever needs to be ran. Gucci Mane and his wife, he's being MK Ultra right now in front of our face. Oh God, look at Shaq. And nobody said nothing the whole time. That man's back there looking stupid. Charles Barkley just looked like, yeah, that's what it is. And it's sad because Charles Barkley been involved with the elites. It's just so sad, fam, because he's been involved with these people so long. And it's like nobody can either not say nothing or nobody can speak on something. But in my right mind, I know that I ain't tripping because I know further that somebody is allowing this to happen. And then they try to act like it's nothing when we know these are things that's happened so many times. And they still don't care. But yeah, we look at Roper like, you know, oh, we got another one right now, hypnotized, 20 minutes, look at this. Trip off this, man, hypnotized.
We've heard the saying that what the mind believes, the mind achieves. So do you believe in hypnosis? We are about to put it to the test.
I cannot wait for this. Hypnosis is used for everything from battling depression to promoting weight loss. Sometimes.
And this is how you know. This is how you know they be clones. If you look at Roper used to be like fat. He used to be fat. You know what I'm saying? Like fat. Roper used to be fat. He lost all his weight. And when he lost it in his face, you can actually see that he's got that same face like Ariana Grande and old girl Cynthia. Like they losing this significant amount of weight, or that they cloned, and the cloning body doesn't even hold weight because it's a cloned body made up. And it's sad that we got to talk like this, but just like the movies, we are in that time where they're cloning meat, they're cloning humans, they're cloning actresses, spokesmen, rappers. I mean, they're cloning everybody and everything, fam. Yes, that probably is Brian Gumbel's little brother. Honestly, I'm thinking. But the point I'm making is that when you're telling me that they're cloning people like that at that level, well, there's really not nothing that they can really do about it. What world are we really living in? And I'm not saying that it don't work, but check it out.
Entertainment. Professional hypnotist Richard Barker is here to try to put Al, Natalie, and Ellie under his spell while I remain conscious for the safety of this program. So let's talk about hypnosis. We talked about some of the reasons it's used. What are we going to do here today, though?
So what we're going to do is just demonstrate the power of the mind and the power of suggestion. Some people have a misconception as to what it is and what it isn't. So I'm just going to hopefully, debunk some of the myths surrounding hypnosis.
You were a police officer in the UK. How did this lead you to hypnotism?
Some of the stuff that we did as detectives was neuro-linguistical programming. So some, pattern behavior, how the human mind operates, get inside the mind of a criminal. So some of that was, hypnotic training.
But look how he's looking at him, all in his face, like he retarded.
Yes, it's an intense one.
The man is a clone.
Okay, that's a good addiction in my opinion, but you're going to try to at least curb her appetite for ice cream, is that right?
Like I'm not a killjoy. If you like ice cream, you like ice cream, and I'm not going to remove that pleasure from you, but I'm going to minimize the intake for you to make you feel better.
Are we aware during this whole process what we're doing? Are we sort of in a semi-conscious state?
Yeah, see the beauty of it, I'm using the language sleep. You're not sleeping, you've got a heightened sense of awareness. You're fully aware of where you are and what you're doing, and you're just relaxing.
And will you have enough time in the brief time we have to get everyone under?
More than enough.
Is that right?
Really?
You do it that quickly?
Yes.
Does it always work? Are there some people that, if they're really against getting hypnotized, it may not work?
Yeah, if somebody doesn't want to be hypnotized, I'm not going to sneak up behind them and zap them into hypnosis.
Oh, shucks.
I know, that's it. You're going to fall.
So you've got to be willing for it. And
okay, let's do this.
All right, why don't we get started?
Okay.
Perfect. Just take a seat, guys. And what I would like you to do is put your feet firmly flat on the floor, put your hands on your laps uncrossed, and just simply relax. Now, from this point forward, it's just important that you listen to the sound of my voice at all times. Don't worry about the sounds around you. Now, you know that little voice that's in your head sometimes, that internal dialogue? Just block that out and immerse yourself in my voice. Understand?
He said you hear that little voice in your brain, just block it out.
Literally, purely a relax.
I think he's talking to Al. I think he's telling him to block out that little voice you're hearing in your mind, because that man's a clone sitting there with him. And why I feel like he is, because he's the only one that responded to this situation. Check it out.
state of mind. Okay.
You can or you can't get stuck?
You cannot get stuck into hypnosis. You're fine. So what I would like you to do is just stare straight ahead. Put your feet firmly flat on the floor, hands uncrossed on your laps, and just begin to relax and just listen to each and every word I say, okay? Now from this point forward...
Check out what he just did. He only person he just touched is Al. Trip off this.
You're fine. So what I would like you to do is just stare straight ahead. Put your feet firmly flat on the floor, hands uncrossed on your laps, and just begin to relax and just listen to each and every word I say, okay? Now from this point forward, all I want you to do is just relax in your chair, put your back in the chair and just relax. And I want you just to think of sleep from this time.
He touched Al twice. He touched him once. The second time he touched him, you can see his eye did a little wrinkle. Check it out.
Okay.
You can or you can't get stuck?
You cannot get stuck into hypnosis. You're fine. So what I would like you to do is just stare straight ahead.
You finna touch him
what?
what?
Put your feet firmly flat on the floor, hands uncrossed on your laps, and just begin to relax and just listen to each and every word I
watch
say,
it again.
Now from this point forward, all I want you to do is just relax
You
in your
touch
chair,
her,
put your back in the chair and
and
just
then you
relax.
touch him again.
I want you just to think of sleep from this time forward.
Did you see his eyes move when he touched him the second time? He touched him again. He said what he said, and then he touched him again, and his eyes did like a look. Check it out.
Just begin to relax and just listen to each and every word I say, okay? Now from this point forward, all I want you to do is just relax in your chair, put your back in the chair and just relax. And I want you just to think of sleep. From this time forward, every word I say and every breath you take will simply help you relax. If you do hear any sounds around you, it will just also help you relax as well. Now what I'd like you to do is find a light in the ceiling for me and begin to stare at the light. And I want you to understand, when you find a light somewhere in the room, just stare at that light. Don't look at a human being, but stare at the light. And I understand the more you stare, the more tired you become and the more you will relax. I want you to just block out any thought processes and sounds and just begin to stare at the light. And of course, if you do choose to close your eyes, that's perfectly fine.
Now trip off this. Both of those white girls are not doing nothing. The first white girl playing, the second white girl eyes is closed. So she's not even looking at the light. She's not even following the directions that he is saying. But who is following the directions? The black man on the screen. He is showing you that he's looking at the light. He's consistent with that situation and he is keeping that. And he is the only person that was touched. Not once, but twice. This is how they play the games with you. That's why you need to go back and dissect the videos that you're looking at, because this is the only person that's focused right now. Nobody else is doing what he's doing. He was touched twice. The white girl eyes is closed. And the other white girl is making face gestures as if she doesn't even take this serious at all. So we know further that this was a demonstration publicly for the elite on a black man. They was testing him. And they was doing publicly to see if anybody can even tell or even care. And once this episode went off, you better hear me, Chris. Once this episode went off, once they didn't hear no drawback from social media, they might have heard certain stuff, but they didn't hear a lot. And they kept going. Look at the eyes, fam. I'm trying to tell you why they play games with us right in our faces. And we do nothing but let them. And then when we see this, we talk to each other about the MK Ultra. We talk to each other about this goofiness. But yet we don't bring it to those people, because those people are just looking like, hey, we're going to test this shit out on him and we're going to do what we want in front of them. And what they going to do to us? Nothing. What can the American people do to us? Nothing. We can clone people. We can play mind games with everybody. We can MK Ultra, do everything to y'all. But what are you all going to do to us? When you all start putting that in y'all brain, that these people focused on nothing and ain't worried about nothing because they can do what they want, but all they saying is, what are y'all going to do to them? Look at this.
as well. Now, as you stare at an object or decide to close your eyes, I'm going to simply invite you to take breaths in with me. Understand? Every breath you take and every word I say will simply help you relax. When I count to 3, but not before, simply take a deep breath in and out. Understand? Every time you breathe in and breathe out.
She's shaking her head like, yeah, so she's not up under nothing.
Away. We'll do this
She
together.
not up under
1,
nothing because she playing.
2, 3. Breathe in.
But you can tell he is.
Exhale.
Look how he looking at the light. He the only one looking at the light.
What I say, every breath you take simply helps you relax. Don't worry about any thought processes. Just relax. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in and out, and just relax.
We're going to let Richard continue his work through the commercial break.
Moments, but not yet. I simply want you to invite you to listen to each and every word I say. Now, from this point forward, just understand the power of your mind and relaxing. That's happening from this point forward. But keep your eyes closed at all times unless I ask you to open your eyes. Just keep them closed. Now, in a few moments, but not yet, I'm going to deepen the relaxation. I'm simply going to do it like this. I want you to understand in a few moments when I count to 3, but not before, simply open your eyes, stare at the object you were looking at moments ago, and as soon as you find it, close your eyes and think of sleep. Once again, in a few moments, I'm going to have you open your eyes. When you open your eyes, stare at the object you were looking at, and as soon as you find it, close your eyes and think of sleep. From this point forward, every single time you
everybody else faking.
Just think of sleep and relax.
That man ain't even blinked in his eyes while they sleep.
3, open your eyes, look at the object, close your eyes even further and just simply relax. Every time you open and close your eyes, just relax into hypnosis. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes, look at the object, close your eyes even further, all the way relaxed. Now from this point forward, every word I say deepens and helps you relax even further. I'm going to invite you one more time to open and close your eyes, and when I do so, just think of sleep and imagine as if you were taking a huge power nap right now, and it excites and relaxes you even further. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes, close them again, and just relax. From this point forward, rest in your eyes carefully and deeply all the way down. I want you to imagine every breath you take and every word I say simply helps you relax. Just think of sleep each day in every way, feeling better about yourself. From this point forward, I want you to imagine, lend me the use of your imagination, and imagine as if your eyes are stuck to your face. I want you to imagine it's almost like super glue is being poured across your eyes, sticking your eyes down to your face, okay? Now you will imagine in a few moments that you could open your eyes if you want to, but that's not why you're here. Again, use your imagination, imagine your eyes are stuck to your face. Imagine it's almost as if super glue is being poured across your eyes, sticking your eyes to your face. I will ask you in a few moments to try and open your eyes, but you won't be able to. In a few seconds when I ask you to try and open your eyes, you can't. Lend me the use of your imagination. Understand your eyes will be stuck, locked shut tight, down to your cheek. Try and open them, but you can't. Try and open them, but you can't. Try and open them, but you can't. Stop trying and just relax and think of sleep. Now in a second I'm going to count to 3, but not before. And when I do so, I want you to imagine every muscle tissue in your body simply relaxes and dissolves. I want you to imagine it's almost as if you're melting in the chair. When I count to 3, every muscle in your body should simply relax and dissolve. When I reach 3, imagine yourself loose and limp like a rag doll. Just imagine yourself like a child's soft toy. When I do count to 3, all the muscles in your body will simply melt away and collapse. There'll be no stress in your arms or in your legs at all, and you relax. Just like a rag doll, you won't fall out of your chair. I'll keep you safe at all times. 1, 2, 3, just relax every single muscle tissue in your body. That's good. And just relax. The deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you go. Now in a second, I'm going to touch your left or right wrist. I'm going to raise it a couple of inches off your lap. I want you to imagine your arm or your hand is just loosening like a rag doll. Good, let it go. And as soon as you feel your hand touching your lap, it sends you even deeper. Good, just relax into hypnosis. Allow yourself just loose and just limp like a rag doll, nothing disturbing you, troubling you in any way. Imagine the beauty, sensation of relaxation on a deeper level and sleeping like you've never slept before. Now in a few seconds, but not yet, every ache and pain, muscle and tissue in your body will help you relax even further. I want you to understand every time you hear me say the word sleep, your eyes will immediately close and you'll sink down in your chair just like a rag doll. Every time
we're back with professional hypnotist Richard Barker in the process of performing hypnosis on Natalie.
Al is gone.
Just continue to
Al
relax
is
even
gone.
further. So in a second, I'm going to have you open your eyes. When you open your eyes,
He's been working through the commercial break to get them into a trance.
Eyes open.
Now time for a little fun.
It's good to see each and every one of you. Welcome back. I just want you to focus on the hand real second and sleep. Just close your eyes, relaxing. even further.
Before they opened their eyes and went right back again.
Resting peacefully. Only a few moments, but not yet. I want you to imagine something very unique about yourself. I want you to imagine in a few moments that it's almost like you're a goldfish swimming around in a small goldfish bowl. I want you to imagine you can use your arms, use your legs, use your face, use your feet to take a wonderful swim around the goldfish bowl. On a count to 3, take a lovely swim using your hands, using your legs, using your face, using your feet to take a swim. 1, 2, 3. Use your hands, use your legs, use your face, use your feet. Take a lovely swim, 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 swim. Keep your eyes closed. Wonderful swim. Take a swim, lovely swim, 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 swim. The more you swim, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more you swim. Take a swim, lovely swim, swim. Faster, faster, faster. Watch out, there's a shark in the bowl. Watch out, there's a shark in the bowl. Freeze. Freeze, there's a shark in the bowl. Make yourself look smaller. Shrink. Make yourself look smaller. There's a shark in the bowl. And sleep. Just relax. Just relax. Even further. In a few seconds, but not yet, I want you to imagine every muscle in your body continues to relax loose and limp.
Ooh, this is crazy work. Casey, where you been, fam? We was waiting on you. We about to tap out, man.
It's so hot in here.
They in MK
Ultra. 120 degrees. Now, in a few seconds, I want you to imagine the only way to keep yourself cool is to fan yourself. Now, in a few seconds, when I count to 3, fan yourself. It's getting hotter and hotter and hotter in here. 1, 2, 3. Fan yourself. It's getting so hot. Use your hands. Fan yourself. It's so hot in here. You need to relax. Fan yourself. It's 120 degrees, 140 degrees.
Crazy work.
Fan yourself and let it go and just relax.
They fanning themselves, fam.
Relax and sleep. Keeping your eyes closed at all times, drifting all the way down. Now in a second, I want you to realize something unique about yourself. I want you to understand, just for the person I'm touching now, as you relax even further, just for the person I'm touching now, I want you to realize, whenever you taste ice cream from this point forward, I want you to imagine you love ice cream, but when you taste it from this point forward, understand when you take a bite out of ice cream in a few seconds, but not yet, it just tastes completely different to you. In fact, on 3, you can realize it really tastes
Sipping sugar water. I appreciate you, family. Hit that like button. I know you sub Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. I appreciate you, family. Thank you.
You realize it's completely gross. In fact, you might not even want it. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes, just say, hey, hey, hey. Now, I understand you really like this ice cream, right? Yeah. It's your favourite one? Yeah. Take a bite of it. It's gross. Take a little tap of that. It really is like an ashtray. That is absolutely. Take it. That is quite gross. You taste that, don't you? It's pretty good. Almost, it's still good. It's really not as nice as it was. It's pretty. Is that pretty nasty to you? Yeah. Is it? You want me to take it away? Take it away. It's pretty gross. So just relax and sleep. Just relax and sleep. Person I'm touching now, as you relax even further and drift even deeper, I want you to imagine you're the new shoe thief. I want you to understand when I count to 3. Understand when your eyes open, you have a natural desire and ability to steal people's shoes. In fact, understand on 3, the person sitting next to you has got a very nice pair of shoes on. When your eyes open on 3, you're going to realize you want to take one of his shoes and just take it home with you. You like his shoes. When you open your eyes, take his shoe and just quickly take it off. You want to take that home. You love stealing shoes. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Hey, take a quick look down there. It's a lovely set of shoes. You might want that. Just take it home with you. This one on the right's better than the one on the left. Yeah, just relax, my friend. Just even deeper relax. That's a really nice set of shoes. You probably will like that. I would take that home with you if you could. Yeah, let's give you some help and get that. That's it. Just hide it under your chair. Hide it under your chair. Oh, you're going to put it on? Okay, that's wonderful. You're putting that shoe on. That's wonderful. You like that shoe, don't you? Mm-hmm. Are you going to take that shoe home?
Sure, I like it.
You like it? It really fits quite well, huh? You like that shoe. And just sleep. Close your eyes and just rest and relax. Even further, deeper, all the way down. Now this is just for the person I'm touching now. As
you see how he touching him? Them gestures.
Relaxation. I want you to understand from this point forward, if ever you hear me say the word weather, from this point forward, if ever you hear me say the word weather, you'll immediately howl at the moon. That's right, you become a werewolf. If ever you hear me say weather, you'll howl at the moon from this point forward. Alright, 1, 2, 3, eyes open. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Oh, welcome back, my friend. That was very good. Good to see you back. Good to see you. Now, what do you do here on the channel?
Weather.
How's the weather? I'm sorry,
the man.
More with Richard after local news.
What actually happens though when you do read the weather? Oh, just relax, my friend, and just sink down even further.
The man is doing what he told him to do.
Just look at me and relax. Look at me and relax. Al's already gone. That's fine. Look at me, relax, and just sleep and just close your eyes and relax even further. Rest and relax and peacefully. Now, the benefit of hypnosis right now is I want you to understand and realize you can give yourself complete, guided, uninterrupted peace. I want you to understand that 1 minute of hypnosis feels like 5 to 6 minutes of uninterrupted silence and uninterrupted rest. Understand from this point forward, you've only been here a couple of minutes, it'll feel like you're completely rested and relaxed. The more you listen to my voice, the more you want to relax, and the more you want to relax, the more you listen to my voice. Understand, every time you taste that ice cream from this point forward, it really has a different taste to it. It really is quite gross. I'm not going to remove ice cream from you, but I want you to realize it's not as tasting as nice as what it should. You're going to not like the taste of that from now on. It's going to taste rather peculiar to you. It's really, really weird. The person I'm touching now, you're going to feel fully relaxed and fully deep into hypnosis. You're going to have a wonderful time. I want you to realize it's almost like you've had a power nap for 5 to 6 hours. It feels wonderful to relax. And when your eyes open, I want you to realize you won't know why. You've got a different kind of shoe on your foot, but you'll still have a natural desire to want to take that home with you. You love that shoe. It's really awesome for you. For the person I'm touching now, just understand that you are having the ability from this point forward to relax even further and even deeper. Every muscle tissue and every fiber of your body simply helps you relax and send you
that like button. What?
I understand for you it feels like you've had 4 to 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep. You won't worry about the fact you have no shoe on, that's fine, but if you ever hear me say the word weather, from this point forward, if you do indeed ever hear me say the word weather, you'll immediately howl at the moon, and that's perfectly normal to you. And my gift to you, and the gift and the power of hypnosis is from this point forward, is just to afford yourself the ability to continue to relax and understand the more you relax your mind and the more you keep your eyes closed, the better you feel. Don't worry about any sounds around you.
That
just
like
take this
button.
moment
Woo,
to
this
fully
crazy work.
plunge yourself into a deep sense of relaxation. Understand something even further and even deeper, that the more you relax, the better you feel, and the better you feel, the deeper you go. Understand from this point forward, the more you relax, the better you feel. And understand as you feel yourself sinking and melting in your chair and perfectly relaxing, understand that you feel better about yourself. And when I do bring you out of hypnosis in a few moments, but not yet, you will actually feel like you've had the best power nap in the world. So much so that you'll stretch, you'll yawn, and all the energy will come back into your bones and into your fiber. So the second I'm going to count from 1 up to 5, on the count from 1 up to 5, all hypnosis has released itself from you. You feel fully alert, fully alive, and fully vibrant. 1, feeling fresh, feeling alert, feeling alive. 2, feeling like you bathed your eyes in a cold mountain spring. 3, feeling the energy rushing back into your veins. 4, feeling better than you've ever felt before. And then the second but not yet 5. Welcome back, everybody.
They back, look.
Awesome to see you, welcome back, that's great. How do you feel, my friend?
There's an issue.
What?
What the hell?
What did you do? Seriously, what did you... I mean, seriously, what did you do with your shoe?
I somehow got your shoe.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting for me.
Yeah, but you're the one without a sock on.
That's even grosser.
What's weird is, did you give her,
I didn't
give her the shoe?
I don't remember.
And we're back with world-renowned hypnotist Richard Barker, who's been trying to cast a spell on my friends for the last few minutes. How did it go?
It went very well. I think if looking at the 3 subjects, definitely 2 out of the 3 were probably in a decent level of trance.
And which one wasn't?
We did not discuss it. Was it apparent that I was not under the spell?
A little bit more work, Ellie, and I would say you would be fine. Yeah.
I think the giveaway was when you tried the ice cream and it was supposed to be gross, and you're like, this is delicious.
It was just
You have a serious
delectable.
craving for that.
I thought that maybe it would taste like sand. It tasted like delicious vanilla, gorgeous ice cream that I love.
All I was here was chocolate chip.
Oh, it works. It works.
No, but Natalie, did you feel like you were under, Natalie?
I feel like there were parts I was somewhat under. Then I think, it's hard when the cameras and the, lots of activity, so it's hard to be fully, but some of it was, is it powered suggestion? I want to do this, or I wanted to be under a trance-like state.
Right.
So I do feel like, I don't really remember taking the shoe, so maybe it did work.
So Al, you looked to me though like you were fully under, my friend.
I needed a nap. It's been a long week. But there was one point I was aware of being there, and then I don't remember being there.
Which is really a good sort of explanation of what hypnosis is. You know where you are, that you just drift away?
I think, yeah, I was slowly drifting.
I definitely feel more relaxed. So that's something.
That's good, right? That's good.
I'm taking a few more sessions. Oh, there it is happening. Do you have any recollection of this?
Do you remember this, Al or Natalie?
I remember some pressure, but I didn't connect it with my shoe. Wait,
I just remember. I don't know anything about a wall, although I like this doing.
Took the man's
it's
shoe.
Funny seeing that. I don't really remember taking it off, but I do remember that there was something that was hard to do because your leg is heavy.
Richard didn't tell you to put the shoe on, just to take it off. You just put on his shoe.
You love shoes.
Yeah.
You really do like shoes.
I do like shoes.
Yeah.
So Richard, what are some of the things you're able to do with hypnosis?
Let me tell you something, man. This has been an amazing understanding, but the funny part is that you would have never thought that this is a real magic spell. Black magic at its finest, and magic in your face that's happening right in your place. You understand, man? We just humans living in this world, in this simulation, finding in this video game what character you really are and what role you really play. That is the realest thing that you can understand about being here in this existence. But yet we thank God that we're still here. As always, fam, you know what the level is? Monday through Friday, 9 p.m., man. You don't get it no better, no way, no how. But right here with your boy Dilla T and my fam here at No Filters, man. As always, I truly appreciate y'all, man, taking your time out, man, tuning in, coming right after work, right after a hard day, taking care of fam, making sure everything's solid. And then at 9 p.m., tapping in on the notification bell, making sure, fam, that you're tuned in with your boy Dilla T and my fam here at No Filters. You know, as always, we're here to bring light to darkness. And we're here to identify, inform, understand, and be aware that if it walk like her, talk like her, you know what it is, man. It's all the way real, it's all the way one, and it's all the ways us over them. As always, family, you know it's family over everything and family over all. We only one way to do it and one way to be it done, and that's Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. with your boy Dilla T and my family here at No Filters. Truly appreciate you tuning in, making sure that we all can get right, get understood, and make sure that we know that we got to get us something to eat. We got to get us something to drink, and we got to get us something to smoke if that's what you do. Because you see the title, and it reads, No Filters by your boy Dilla T. And this is No Filters, family. This is real, Miss Kim. We signing off. Take care of your family. Lock your doors. As always, be safe. Y'all have a good evening. And God bless.